All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great day so far, whether you're watching this video in the morning, afternoon, whenever you can squeeze it in. I hope that you are doing well. For those of you that tested this week, I hope it went great for you. Those of you that are going to be testing next week, I know you guys are going to do awesome. But we are, with our time for today, going to go ahead and get started discussing our lesson. So, our topic for today is natural selection and antibiotic resistance. So, we're going to be talking about and looking at another example of natural selection in action and a form of natural selection or an example of natural selection that we are actually experiencing right now. Um, so that is going to be our focus for today, and we'll go over our objectives momentarily. But as you can see, this video is embedded in a Nearpod for today. So the lesson for today is that you will need to complete the entire Nearpod. Okay, at the end of the Nearpod, you will be given directions to complete an activity for today. And in order to find out what activity you need to complete, you're going to have to go through the entire Nearpod. Okay. Um, and more directions will be coming as we go through that. But before we get into our concept and our topic for today, I do want to draw your attention to the fact that it is International Beaver Day. And one thing that I have found, first of all, if you're a fan of late 90s, early 2000 cartoons, you may be familiar with the Angry Beavers, which was a fantastic, entertaining show when I was a kid. And then, I mean, how adorable is that baby beaver? Like, you just can't help but love that little face. And then I also want to share with you that I actually learned some really interesting facts about beavers. I did not realize how intelligent they are. I also did not realize that they were what's called a keystone species. And if you are wanting more information on that, I did go ahead and post another video separate from the Nearpod in your class plan for today. So if you're wanting some more information about beavers, you can go ahead and check out that information there. The video is pretty interesting. So if you've got some time and you're interested in animals, go ahead and give it a watch. So, like I said, we are going to go ahead and start with our session for today. You're going to have to bear with me. I'm not super great with these PowerPoint controls, mostly because I can't see them. So our objective for today, and you guys know how much I love this meme, is that you will be learning how natural selection is a direct cause of antibiotic resistance, and you will connect antibiotic resistance to the real world. And this is a concept and a problem that is running rampant in the health field. You see it a lot. You see it in a lot of hospitals and things like that. And it is also why sometimes when you go to the doctor and they tell you you just have a cold, they don't actually give you any medication for it. They just tell you you're going to have to just wait it out, which stinks when you're in that moment because you don't feel great and you want something to make you feel better. But there's a reason for it, and we're going to talk about that today. So let me go ahead and go to our next slide here. We have our first task for today. And the first task, let me go ahead and move this video inlay so you can actually see everything, is on the next slide in this Nearpod. You're going to answer some open-ended questions. It's only going to be on one slide. I've combined the two questions. And I want to know two things. I want to know, number one, what do you know about antibiotics? And number two, I want to know how antibiotics are useful. Okay, there is no right or wrong answer to these questions. It is simply a way for me to see what kind of background knowledge you have when it comes to antibiotics. Okay, so tell me what you know on the next slide, and then once you have finished responding to your answer, click the next slide for the next video.